Alright, so the next segment is gonna be mat work. 90+% of all fights out there are gonna end up down here on the feet. So one of the things we really need to learn is what we're doing down there. So I've just in essence thrown her. That funny ponce nagi we've been working on. I'm gonna hold on to this gi here as I threw. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my back foot, the one closest to her legs. I'm going to kneel right beside her. Take my hand between her shoulder and her head. And then the next part is I'm going to sit through. Alright? So if I get you over here. So again, I'm kneeling. Get the foot closer to her feet. Put my hand by the head. And then sit through. So I'm just going to lift up on this as I just kind of sit that foot all the way through. Okay. I want to be right up against her side here. And we'll tuck underneath the head. Feel free to go ahead and lean on them, especially if it's like your big brother or little sister. All right. My grip is going to be with the arm, not with the hand. If I grab her with just the hand, she's going to figure out a way to pull that thing free. If I grab with the shoulder, the armpit, it's very, very strong. I am trying to block as many directions as possible when I sit here. Okay, so I've got one direction blocked forward. I take my other foot and I'm kind of blocking behind me. I'm keeping this hand free. I'm not death gripping it in here because if she starts rolling that way, I want to be able to block that way. But I do want to lift her head up just a little bit to keep her from bridging. Bridging is one of the ways that she is going to be able to create space between the two of us. If I can keep her head up, she's going to be able to bridge as well. When I am down here, where I'm looking is where my balance goes. So if I'm up here looking around, I'm definitely leaning backwards. If I'm leaning down in, looking down in, I'm going to have a lot of power going in. Okay? So this is the first position we want to get in. Now the fun part is we want to have escape from this. Alright, so Dante's going to do the first escape. What escape you want first? Oh, alright. So the one she wants first is if I'm leaning too far forward.
I take this hand, put it somewhere in the back, right here, and as I push his head into the mat, I'm going to switch my hips. Here. That allows for a lot more space with his arms, but I need to switch my hips. If I don't switch my hips, then this escape won't really work. Alright, so again, I'm here. If I'm not switching my hips properly, and I'm just trying to push him down, I won't get enough power. His back is way stronger than just my hand. But if I use my whole body to do it and put my whole body into it, there's a lot more chance that I can gain a little bit of that space. So I really want to kind of lift up a little bit with my feet so my hips are easy to move around instead of on the mat or on the ground. So I'm going to lift up a little bit, and as I push down, I'm going to switch my hips, and now I'm out of the pin.
One other thing that she's doing, and she didn't bother to say, is she is pulling this hand free as solid as she can. Okay, so it's pull the hand free, push on the back, and switch the hips all in one motion. Okay, so that is escape number one. Alright, so go ahead and try that one several times until it gets comfortable, and then we'll go to escape number two. Which one do you want to do second?
I'll do the foot one.
Ah, okay. So she's going to use her leg, which is stronger than her arms. She comes up behind, she grabs the gi in this case, because I'm wearing one. If I wasn't, she could grab the collarbone, she could grab the t-shirt, but it probably would rip. Whatever she can grab though, and then she's going to get ooh, hair.
Yeah.
So if you really watch the spacing she gets on this leg. So she's going to kick against her own arm. Now she goes right into the pin. This one works really good for that guy who's up here looking around. Alright, so he's bound, he's already back. Alright. The third one is if you get that guy
I'm gonna take this far arm, I'm gonna come around, and I'm gonna use this nice sharp part of my forearm and squeeze it right into his floating ribs. So if he has my arm pinned right there, that's fine. That's exactly where I want it. And I'm going to grab
right in, just underneath that floating rib.
and I'm going to squeeze. See how it makes him pop up a little bit? Squeeze really hard to get that pop. Now the second part, you really need to spoon him as much as you can. And I know that sounds weird, but ideally you want this front leg to go underneath his body.
Okay, so she's turned as hard as she can. You can see she's almost completely underneath me. Okay, that's going to help her get her neck. Okay, so I'm back in here putting pressure on it. Now what she's going to do is she's going to pull all of my weight right into the center of her chest. Okay, and then she will just roll. Again, she's getting right down underneath the floating rib. She pulls it nice and firm right around that. She's getting it nice tucked in underneath here, as close as she can get. Pulls all that weight dead center to her chest, and then rolls. Okay? So, very easy. If I have a weight out here on the end of my hand, it's really hard to lift that thing over my body. But if I pull it to my chest, I can roll it over very easily. That's what she's using to make this work. Okay, so that is our first hold. And 3 escapes from it. Okay. So the second pin we're going to do is called Yoko Shiho Gatami, which is the side 4 corners. And when we start talking about 4 corners, we're talking about, well, shoulders and hips. If I can control her shoulders and hips, she doesn't really get to go anywhere. Okay? So, there are a lot of modifications that you can do on this hold because, well, we're going to play with a lot of different sized people and, well, they're not all the same shape and size and they're going to be a lot different. One of the things I do want on all of them is I always want to try to get my one knee all the way up underneath that shoulder here. Okay? My second knee, I'm putting pretty much right in her hip here. I'm going to reach over, block her other hip with my elbow, and in some form I'm either going to grab the arm here, I can get it here, I can come around the head, whatever's going to be comfortable. One of the biggest things that I'm trying to do is this space between the two bodies. I want to deny her space with which to move. For her to get out, she wants to create that space. So I don't want to stink bug it, keep my butt up here in the air. I want to get it as low as I can. And I really want to sink my weight into it. Okay. And that's going to give it a really nice strong hold. And I am holding all 4 corners. Okay. How's that feel, Dante?
Feels great.
Feels great. I love it. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and show 2 different methods to escape from this. The first is one of the drills that we'll work on here in a little bit. We're going to do the shrimp. And yeah, let's just go ahead and show it. Right, so first escape she's going to do is the shrimp.
Alright, so just like what Sensei JD was saying, is I need to gain space. With him pressing down onto me, I don't really have much of control of anything because he's controlling my 4 corners. Alright, so I'm going to use my 2 hands and I'm going to kind of frame. So this elbow is going to go into controlling his hip on that near side, and then my hand here is going to come down and I'm going to control kind of his collarbone. So I'm at least controlling 2 of his 4 points here. All right. From there, I'm going to frame up and try to gain a little bit more of that space. All right. As I'm gaining that space, my feet, I'm going to go up on my toes, so live feet, and just like with my other escapes from Kasa Katame, the last pin, I want to bridge up just a little bit to allow my hips to move. If my hips can't move, it's going to be very hard for me to complete my shrimp. Okay?
Notice how close she brings her feet to her butt. She's not keeping them way out there. She wants to get really close so she can get a lot of lift.
Better lift. Not so good lift. Here, so I'm going to frame up. As I'm framing up, I'm going to switch my hips, bringing my butt kind of to his head. Okay? And from there, I'm going to propel my legs to gain that space as I'm still pushing with my upper hand. I'm not just gonna hold him there. I'm trying to push him away. Here. And then I can get into a half guard, which is a neutral position in judo. So again, he has me in Yoko, Shiho, Gatame. Immediately, my arms automatically go down so I can get that nice frame. My feet coming into my body, so I'm able to do a little bit of a bridge up, switching my hips, coming towards his head, and pushing out, sinking that leg in for the half guard.
Okay. So, second method?
This one is a little bit slightly fancier. I am going to bridge him and have him kind of flip over this kind of far corner. The key to this is you don't want to go straight over because he has these nice two kind of table legs. All right, I want to take care of one of those table legs by blocking him, and I'm going to block his head with this upper arm. So instead of framing right here at the collarbone, I'm going to come through and I'm going to really sink that head down. What that forces is his butt to kind of come up. All right, so as I sink down, his butt's going to come up. This far hand's going to go not only at the hip, but through underneath the leg. All right, from here, I'm going to bridge to this far corner. I'm not going to go straight through because he has a lot of muscle and a lot of his pegs are there. But if I bridge to that far corner, I have everything nice and blocked. I'm going to roll him over nice and easily. All right, the key to this escape is the pop, okay? So is the pop and making sure this head is tucked as tight as I can. All right, if I only have him part weight, he doesn't care, he's already kind of ugly. He can use his head to pivot. So you want to make sure that that head is down pretty much to your body as much as possible. And then this hand goes through the hip and then out the back. All right, I really want to get my feet in nice and close, and I'm popping with all my might up. Okay, as I'm popping up, I am taking this hand and trying to high five the mat on the opposite side. Here.